Gee whiz.
Hello, friends. I'm John Henderson. Welcome to this series of old-time radio show episodes called Gee Whiz. These are the stories of the schemes, trials, and loves of the typical American teenagers, Andy Hardy, Archie Andrews, and Henry Aldrich. Coming up, an episode that centers around Henry's sister, Mary Aldrich. But first, the Archies.
I have a brother in Birmingham. I have a brother in Amsterdam. I have a brother in Kokomo. I have a brother everywhere I go. We're one big family and our daddy's in the sky.
In this episode of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, they mention the movie star Betty Grable.
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, the best typewriters are women.
And it was election time. The Democratic candidate for the President of the United States was Harry S. Truman and his running mate, Alben Barkley.
The battle for the presidency of the United States nears its climax. Starting on a nationwide tour, candidate Harry S. Truman makes his last bid to rally the wavering supporters of his Democratic Party.
And the Republican candidate was Thomas E. Dewey and his running mate, Earl Warren.
In sharp contrast, candidate Thomas E. Dewey moves forward on a sweeping tide of Republican optimism.
So here is Archie from July 17th, 1948.
Chuck, it's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie. Relax.
Yes, here he is again, the youngster millions of readers of Archie Comics magazine know and love so well. Brought to you by Swift & Company, makers of Swift Premium Franks, Archie Andrews and all his gang. Tender beach to the seashore, north from the west coast to New York. Swift Premium Franks. Swift Premium Franks. For your guarantee of perfection, Swift's Premium Franks now come to you cellophane wrapped in handy 1-pound packages. Made fresh daily in Swift kitchens from coast to coast, Swift's Premium Franks are then wrapped in the new, handy, sanitary Flavor Saver pack and brought to you at the very peak of their tantalizing flavor with all their natural goodness sealed in. So, kids, tell your mom that you want Swift's Premium Franks. And, Mom, get some today. They're delicious. And you'll be glad to know that Swift's Premium Franks are economical. There's no waste to them. Every bite is all nourishment. Dinner-quality meat. Ask for them today. Swift's Premium Franks in the sanitary 1-pound package. And now for our weekly visit to Riverdale. It's Saturday morning as we look in on the Andrews home. We find Mr. Andrews in the living room reading his newspaper.
So my little girl came over to me and said, Jerry was dead. And he went to just stumble over you. And she says, Mommy, is that the proper thing to do? Oh, those kids. Yes, dear.
Fred, there's something I want to ask you.
Yes, dear.
Fred, I'd like to have the living room wallpapered.
Yes, dear.
Fred Andrews, are you listening to me?
Oh, yes, dear. Yeah, you said you wanted the living room wallpapered. Mary, what are you talking about?
Wallpapering the living room.
What's wrong with it now?
Well, Fred, there's something so cold and plain about a painted room. I think wallpaper would be so much warmer.
Well, call a paper hanger and get an estimate, dear. Then we'll see.
I already did.
Good. You what?
I already got an estimate. They only want $50 to do the room.
$50? $50? Mary, what are they going to paper the room with? Dollar bills?
Well, Fred, don't be silly. $50 is cheap.
Cheap? Mary, I could wallpaper that room myself for 1/10 of that.
Yourself?
You heard me. Mary, if you want that living room wallpapered, I'll do it myself in an hour.
But, Fred,
No buts about it, Mary. I'm going to do that job, and that settles it.
But I already called the paper hanger. They'll be here in an hour.
Good. You've already called the paper hangers without asking me.
Oh, Fred, I didn't think you'd mind.
Well, it so happens I do mind, dear. So you can just uncall them again.
Oh, dear. All right, if you insist.
I do insist. Did you have the paper picked out?
Yes, it's down at Johnson's paint and wallpaper store.
All right, I'll send Archie down for it right now, and I'll do the job this morning. Archie! Archie! Archie!
Calling me, Dad?
Yes, Archie, come down here.
Okay, Dad, be right there.
Now, Mary, as soon as Archie
Hi,
gets to...
Dad.
Well, oh, hello, son. Archie,
Hi, Mom.
Archie,
All day, isn't it, Dad?
Yes, Archie, but there's something I want to say to you. Do you mind?
Gee whiz, Dad, I don't mind.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Archie!
Okay, Dad, okay.
Okay. Now, I'm going to wallpaper the living room this morning, and...
Gee whiz, you are?
Yes, Archie, I are.
I mean, I am.
Now, I want you to run down to Johnson's paint store and pick up the wallpaper.
Run down to the store, but, Dad, I'm waiting for a phone call from Veronica. She said she called this morning.
Archie, it'll only take you a minute, and if Veronica calls while you're gone, I'll ask her to call back.
Well...
And I'll give you 50 cents to run the errand.
It's a deal.
All right. Now, just ask for the wallpaper Mrs. Andrews ordered.
Okay, Dad, and be sure and tell Veronica to call back.
Yes, Archie, I will. Now, Mary, all we have to do while Archie is gone is move some furniture out of the way, then I'll be all ready to go ahead on the papering by the time Archie gets back here.
All right, dear, if you say so.
I do say so, Mary. This job will be over and done with in 1 hour, and you'll thank me for a wonderful job. You mark my words. There we are, dear. All the furniture in the center of the room. Now, if Archie just got back here with the paper, I'll be all set.
Oh, he'll be back any minute, dear. I think...
Who can that be? Hello?
Hello, Dad. This is Archie.
Oh, hello, son. How are you? It's Archie. Where the dickens are you?
At the paint store.
What are you doing there? You should be home by now.
Well, I happened to mention to Mr. Johnson that you're putting up the wallpaper yourself, and he said, what with?
What with? Oh, good grief. Gee, I'm glad you mentioned that. We'll need some paste, won't we?
Uh-huh. He said you need about a gallon.
Well, all right, Archie. Get a gallon of paste. Tell him to charge you.
Okay. But, Dad,
Yes?
he says you'll need a big brush to put the paste on with.
I suppose I do. All right, get a brush. Charge that, too.
Okay. But, Dad,
Yes?
he says you'll need another kind of brush for smoothing out the paper after it's on the wall.
I suppose I will. All right, Archie. Get the other kind of brush.
Okay. But, Dad,
Archie, what else?
well, he also showed me a special kind of knife for trimming the edges.
Oh, me. All right, get the knife.
There's a special ladder to stand on. The only ladder we have is the big one for fixing the roof.
Oh, great. Well, Archie, look, get everything Mr. Johnson says to get and put it on the bill. And hurry up.
Okay, Dad. Be home in 2 minutes. But, Dad,
What now?
has Veronica called?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Bye. That was Archie, dear. Seems there are a few little extra things I need to do the job properly.
Yes, I gathered that. But, Fred, really, wouldn't it be cheaper to pay the paper hangers to do it? You're practically spending the whole $50 now.
Now, Mary, let's not start that again. I am going to paper that...
Oh, now who can that be?
I'll get it.
All right.
Oh, good grief, Jughead.
What'd you expect? Truman and Barkley?
No, Jughead. But come in. Come in.
Well, hello, Jughead.
Oh, hello, Miss Sanders. Gee whiz. What happened to your living room?
Oh, nothing, Jughead. We've just moved the furniture out of the way because Mr. Andrews is going to wallpaper the room.
Wallpaper? Gee whiz, what for?
Well, because it needs it. Wallpaper makes the room look warmer and cozier. And besides, the paint is cracked and chipped in several places.
Gee, some paint chipped off in our living room the other day.
Did your father repaint it?
No, he just hung a picture of my Uncle Herman over it.
Oh, fine.
But he wanted to hang my Uncle Herman instead.
Jughead, you shouldn't talk.
Dad, I'm home, I got... Gee whiz, Jughead. What'd you expect? Dewey and Warren?
Jughead, switching parties did not improve that joke. Now, be quiet. Archie, did you get everything?
I sure did, Dad, and it came to $38. How much?
$38? Now, what'd I tell you, Fred? That's almost as much as a paper hanger wanted to do the job.
Now, Mary, just look at all the tools I'll have left over. We're still saving money.
Sure, Mom. I got an awful lot of stuff here. Gallon of paste.
Yes.
2 big brushes.
Yes.
A wallpaper knife.
Yes.
And a ladder.
And a ladder.
Yep, everything you wanted.
Yep, everything you... Archie.
Yes, Dad?
There's one little item you have forgotten.
What's that, Dad?
Wallpaper.
Oh, I got that right here. Wallpaper.
Yes, wallpaper.
Oh, boy, I forgot it. He had it all wrapped up for me on the counter, and I never took it.
Archie, look, never mind the details of how you forgot it. Just go back there and get it.
Go back? Oh, but, Dad, I'm waiting for that wall.
Archie, it's your own fault that you forgot it, and I can't wallpaper a room without wallpaper.
Gee whiz. Jug, how about you running down there for me? Not me. I'm tired. Gee whiz. Okay, Dad. I'll go back and get the paper. But I don't know how I got into this anyway.
That boy. He'd forget his name if you didn't call him every 2 minutes. Well, I suppose I can set up all this junk while I'm waiting for Archie to get the paper.
That's a good idea, Fred. I'll be in the kitchen if you want.
All right, dear. Oh, come on, Jughead. Give me a hand with this stuff. We get the bucket of paste open, the brushes unwrapped. Who can that be? Jug, you start opening those things while I answer the phone. Huh?
Okay.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Mr. Andrews. This is Veronica.
Oh, hello, Veronica.
Is Archie home?
No, Veronica, he isn't, but he'll be back in a minute. Could he call you back?
Well, I suppose he could, but I want him to come over to see a new dress I just got.
Oh, I see.
You know, I have to go downtown to meet my mother in a little while, but... Oh, I know why.
Yeah?
I'll stop by on my way downtown and show Archie my dress there.
Oh, all right, Veronica. I'll tell Archie that you'll stop by.
All right, Miss Andrews. Thanks ever so much. Bye now.
Goodbye, Veronica.
Thanks ever so much. Bye now. Mr. Andrews, I want
That's Veronica.
Mr.
That
Andrews.
phony southern drawl.
Mr. Andrews,
What Archie sees in her, I'll never know.
Mr. Andrews.
Well, Jughead, what is it?
Well, you know that bucket of paste you asked me to open?
Yes.
You're standing in it.
Jughead, don't you think I know the... What? Standing in it? Oh, no. Jughead, why didn't you tell me?
I was trying to, but you didn't give me...
Oh.
Fred, you're standing in the page.
Mary, I am aware of that. I didn't see the bucket
for
and...
pity's sake. Fred, don't you dare take your foot out of there.
Huh?
You'll get paste all over the floor. Jughead, go out in the kitchen and get a rag for Mr. Andrews' foot.
Okay, Sam.
Mary, I can't stand in this paste all day.
I got the paper and Gee whiz, Dad, what are you doing standing in the paste?
Archie, I am not standing in the paste because I wanted to. I didn't see the bucket
Fred,
and...
keep your foot in that bucket.
Mary, this paste is cold and it's wet and...
Oh, good. All right, Fred, you can take your foot out now.
Well, thank you. Oh, good grief, look at that. Oh, about half the paste is gone now.
Yeah, it's all in your shoe. Gee, strangers, what big feet you have.
Yes, Jughead, I have big feet. All the better...
Fred?
Oh, all right, dear, all right. Archie, you'll have to go and get some more paste. We'll never have enough now.
More paste, but Dad,
Archie, there's no sense crying over spilled paste. It was an accident that couldn't be helped. Now, just go back down to the store and buy some more.
Gee whiz, okay. I'll go get some more paste. But this is the last time I'm going down to that store.
Yes, dear. Now, Fred, clean up your shoe, and hereafter, watch where you're going.
Well, Mary, the way you talk, you'd think I did
Fred,
it
I don't have time to argue now. I'll be in the kitchen if you want.
Oh, Grace. Well, come on, Jughead. I better get started. Hand me that pair of scissors.
Scissors?
Yes, scissors for cutting the paper.
Oh, okay, here you are.
Thank you. Now, I'll just unroll a long piece of paper right on the floor, like that. Now, hand me the yardstick, and I'll measure off about 9 feet of paper.
Here.
3, 6, 9. All right, now here's where we cut it. Jughead, you hold it flat on the floor while I cut.
Okay.
Sure. Nothing to this job. Just be careful. Ooh, I cut it straight. Just follow this line of roses right across, and I'm almost through. Just one more snip, and there. There we are. Now, Jughead, see how easy it was?
Mr. Andrews?
Yes, Jughead.
Well, you know when you put the paper flat on the floor so you could cut it?
Yes.
You didn't.
Jughead, what are you talking about?
The wallpaper was right on top of that scatter rug.
But what difference does that make? Scatter rug? Oh, no. Oh. Oh, Jughead. Did I...
Uh-huh. Right in half.
Oh, no.
Hey, Fred, how's it going? Fred, what's that you're holding?
Half a rug.
Oh. All right, for a minute there, I thought, half a rug! Half a whose rug?
Your rug.
Oh, no. Fred, that's my favorite scatter rug.
It's sure scattered now.
Now, Mary,
It's ruined, absolutely
Well, Mary,
ruined. I've had that rug for years.
Mary,
My mother gave it to me when we got married.
Mary,
Oh, look at it.
Divorced.
Jughead, will you keep out of this?
Oh, Fred, how could you do a thing like that?
Mary, look, I'll buy you a new rug, dear, but just stop that crying.
Oh, you'd cry, too, if somebody cut your... A new rug?
Yes, dear, a new rug.
Why, Fred, how sweet. I've been wanting a new rug for that longest time, and I know where I can get a lovely new rug for only $15.
$15? Oh, but Mary,
and maybe I can sew this one together again and put it in the bed.
Yeah, but Mary, Oh, me. What's the use? You can't win. You just can't win. I better just try to get this job over and done with in a hurry. Jughead, hand me that paper. Oh, great. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Andrews. This is Betty.
Oh, hello,
Is Archie home?
No,
Oh, that's a shame. I thought he might want to go swimming.
Well,
It's an awfully nice day for swimming, don't you think?
Yes, but
I bet everybody's out at the lake today.
Betty.
And I just love swimming, don't you?
Betty,
Sorry, Mr. Andrews, you're not saying very much. Something wrong?
Betty, look, I will say something if you'll just give me half a chance. Archie is not home, and I am not interested in swimming or anything else because I'm trying to wallpaper the living room.
Oh, you are?
Yes,
Golly, I helped my father wallpaper the kitchen last year. Isn't it fun?
Betty,
Can I come over and help?
Well,
Oh, thanks, Mr. Andrews. I'll be right over.
No, Betty, wait. Betty, hello. Oh, great. Oh, that Betty. Sometimes she can be... Jughead, what are you doing?
Wallpapering.
Wallpapering? Jughead, did you get those two strips of paper cut and pasted on the wall while I was on the phone?
Yep.
Why, Jughead, that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Something wrong, Mr. Andrews?
Jughead,
Yeah.
don't those roses look just a little droopy to you?
Droopy?
Yes, droopy.
Well, they are sort of hanging down, aren't they?
Yes, Jugger, they sort of are.
Well, maybe when the paper dries, the roses will straighten up.
Jughead, they will not straighten up. The reason they look droopy is because you hung that paper upside down.
Now, how could that have happened?
Oh, Jughead, I don't...
Dad, I got the paint.
Oh, good. Now, Archie, all you have to do is go back to the store and get some more wallpaper.
Oh, that's all What?
That's right, Archie. Because your friend, who was most aptly named Jughead, just hung 2 strips of wallpaper upside down. We now do not have enough paper to finish the room, and you'd better go and get some more.
But, Dad, I'm still waiting for that phone call from Veronica.
Archie, Veronica called and said she'd stop by here in a little while to show you a new dress or something.
She will?
Yes, she will. Now, if you just take one more trip to the store, I'll give you $1 instead of 50 cents.
It's a deal. But if Veronica gets here, be sure and tell her to wait.
Yes, Archie, I will. Oh, now maybe I can get on with this job. Jughead, hand me that... Oh, never mind, Jughead.
Hello, Mr. Andrews. Here I am.
Yes, I see that. But why?
Well, you asked me to help. Don't you remember?
I asked you to... Oh, fine. Betty, look there. I didn't ask you to help, but now that you're here, maybe I can use your help. Well, I've been getting no place fast, so maybe if you and Jughead and I form a sort of assembly line, we can get something done.
Oh, sure.
I'm not so sure, but anyway, Jug, you cut the paper, and Betty, you put the paste on it, and I'll answer the door as usual.
Hello, Mr. Andrews.
Oh, hello, Mr. Sherry.
Well, what's going on here?
Oh, I'm wallpapering the living room, Mr. Sherry, but I'm having a little trouble.
Trouble? Now, why should you have any trouble? I wallpapered my living room a few months ago, and I didn't have a bit of trouble.
You didn't? Mr. Sherry, how did you do it?
Well, first thing I did was to get out all the equipment, the brushes and scissors and knives.
Yeah?
And then when everything was all set, I went down to the grocery store.
Oh, the grocery store?
Uh-huh. To get the new handy 1-pound package of Swift's Premium Franks, wrapped in cellophane for your convenience and protection.
Mr. Sherry, did you paper your living room with Frank?
Of course not, Mr. Andrews. I used wallpaper. But the reason I went to get the Franks is that when you're doing a difficult job like that, you need a good, substantial lunch. And there's no finer lunch than those plump, delicious Swift's Premium Franks, made of all dinner-quality meat. Swift quality meat. So I made sure the grocer gave me Swift's Premium Franks in the new sanitary Flavor Saver pack that seals in all the natural goodness. I even explained to him that one reason I insist on Swift's Premium Franks is that they're made close to where they're sold, made fresh daily in Swift kitchens from coast to coast, so you know they're always fresh, whenever or wherever you buy them. And then when I got home, I had a wonderful lunch of that delicious pork and tender beef, skillfully blended into each wonderful Swift's Premium Frank.
Yes, Mr. Sherry. But what about the wallpapering?
Oh, that. Well, while I was out shopping, my wife finished the whole room, and there wasn't a thing for me to do.
Oh, fine. No wonder you didn't have any trouble.
But I still think I know how it's supposed to be done, Mr. Andrews. Can I be of any help?
No, thanks a lot, Mr. Sherry. But with Jughead and Betty here, I have all the help I need.
Oh, well, then I'll run along, Mr. Andrews. I hope it turns out all right.
Thanks, Mr. Sherry. I'm hoping, too.
Bye now.
Goodbye. Well, maybe Mr. Sherry's wife can wallpaper a room that quickly, but if I don't get busy, I'll never keep you... Jughead, what's this?
What's what?
What, that wall. You and Betty got it all papered.
While you and Mr. Sherry were talking, we got busy and finished one whole wall.
Why, Betty, that's wonderful. That's terrific. That's funny.
What's funny?
Well, that wall.
What about it?
Well, I could swear there used to be a window in it.
A window? A window?
Yes, a window. You kids papered right over a window.
Gee whiz, I didn't paper over any window, I think.
Neither did I think.
Somebody did. There was a window right about there.
Dad, I got the paper. Well, gee whiz, you got that whole wall done already?
Yes, Archie, the whole wall.
Gee, that's terrific. But you know something, Dad? Wallpaper makes this room look darker somehow.
Archie.
Yes, Dad?
The room looks darker because Betty and Jughead papered right over the window.
Over a window? Gee whiz, how'd they do that?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, it's nothing to worry about, Dad. Just cut the paper off where it covers the window and everything will be all right.
Yes, Archie, but where does it cover the window?
Oh, that's easy, Dad. Just thump around on the wall. You'll find it. Yes. You found it. See, with that, I'm sorry. I was just thump.
Broke the window? Broke the window? Fred, what for?
Well, I thought it was a good idea. What? But Mary, it was an accident, of course. The kids papered over it, and Archie was thumping the wall to see where it is.
They thumped right through it. Oh, dear.
Oh, now, Mary, please. Just go call a glazier to come over and fix that window as soon as you can, and I'll go outside and pick up the pieces.
All right, dear. But I have never heard of anyone breaking a window while wallpapering.
And neither have I, dear. But, Betty, you get a broom and a dustpan, please, and bring it outside so we can sweep up the glass.
Oh, okay, Mr. Andrews.
But, Archie.
Yes, Dad?
Please, don't go thumping anything else while I'm gone.
Okay, Dad. Gee whiz, you'd think I did that on purpose, the way my father... Gee whiz, now who can that be? Yes?
Hello, Archie. Hi, y'all, Archiekins. It's awful nice to see you all, Archie. Dear.
Gee, Veronica, it's nice to see you, too. But come on in.
All right, Archie, but I can't stay very long. Oh, hello, Jughead.
Hi, Veronica.
My goodness. What are you all doing here?
Wallpapering the room, Veronica. But never mind about that. Is that a new dress?
Uh-huh. Do you like it, Archie?
Like it? Boy, I'll say I do. It's so... it makes you look so... That is, it's got such... Well, it's kind of... boy. I'll say I do.
Oh, Archie, how sweet. You're sure you're not just saying that just to make me feel good?
Oh, no, Veronica. I really think it's a wonderful dress.
Oh, thank you, Archie. But, Archie, dear, I have to run along now.
Oh, do you do, Veronica? Veronica, look out for that roll of paper. You'll fall. Oh, I got you, Veronica. Oh, boy, he almost tripped.
Oh, Archie. My hero.
Hey, do you really...
Archie, your father said... Well, isn't that a lovely picture?
I always take a love. Oh, Betty!
Oh, for goodness sake, Betty.
I'm sorry if I interrupted anything private.
Oh, no, Betty. Veronica almost
I
fell.
don't like the way you said that, Miss Cooper.
Oh, you didn't. Well, that's just too bad.
Betty,
I see no reason for you to act like a little cat.
Veronica.
Cat? Who's a cat?
Betty,
You are.
Veronica, please.
Oh, is that so? Veronica likes for 2 cents I'd give you a paste in the mouth. And I do mean paste.
Betty, put down that paste brush.
Just you try it.
Veronica, put down that paste brush.
Oh, boy.
All right, I will try it. There.
Ow! You hit me.
Betty, I wish...
Well, I'll show you how paste feels.
Veronica, don't.
Oh, you hit me. Oh, boy, what a fight.
Betty, I wish...
Well, I got the glass off. Hey, what's going on here?
Just a little war.
Jughead,
Betty, put that brush down.
Archie, There, that's better. Now, listen to me, all of you. This nonsense has gone far enough. Too far, in fact.
Yeah, no more paste.
Jughead, be quiet. Now, I am really surprised at you two girls fighting like 2 alley cats. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves?
Yes, Mr. Andrews. Yes, Mr. Andrews.
All right. Now, I want both of you to apologize and shake hands.
But just look at what you did to my new dress. It's ruined. And my new hairdo is ruined.
Now, girls, don't start fighting again. Veronica, I'll buy you a new dress.
You will?
I will. And, Betty, I'll pay for a new permanent for you.
Oh, golly, thanks, Mr. Andrews.
Now, does that settle everything?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
All right. Now, for Pete's sake, let's quit all this nonsense and get this wallpaper finished. There's no need to take all day for such a simple job.
Dad,
I want it finished right now.
Dad,
Well, what is it, Archie?
It is all finished.
That has nothing to do with... Finished!
Uh-huh. While you were out picking up the broken glass, Jughead got it all done.
Well, now how do you like that? That's wonderful. Jughead, thank you very much.
Oh, that's okay.
Despite all our trouble, we got the job finished in hardly any time at all. Of course, it didn't turn out as cheap as I thought it would.
How much did it cost, Dad?
Well, now, let's see. $38 at the store the first time. Then the extra paste about $4, and the extra paper $1, and you get $1, and the window will be about $3, and the rug is $15, and Veronica's dress about $25, and a permanent for Betty about $5. What does that come to?
A lot. $92.
Oh, well, that's only $42 more than the paper hanger wanted. But what's the difference? The main thing is the room is finished, and your mother will be happy, you know. And...
My friend, you're all through.
Yes, dear, thanks to the kids. Well, how do you like it?
Oh, Fred, I don't.
What?
It's much too fancy. I think paint would be much neater and simpler.
Oh, no!
Tender beef, juicy pork, no from the West Coast to New York. Swift Premium Franks, Swift Premium Franks.
Friends, you really know what you're getting when you ask for Swift's Premium Franks. Made fresh daily in Swift kitchens from coast to coast, so you know they're fresh. Made by Swift, so you know they're top quality. Ask for them today. Swift's Premium Franks in the new handy 1-pound cellophane package. And while you're at your dealers, be sure to ask for Swift's Brookfield Sausage. Perfect for breakfast, ideal for a quick, easy-to-fix dinner. Swift's Brookfield Sausage is just right. Yes, just right. Not too mild, not too spicy, but seasoned to just right perfection. Ask for Swift's Brookfield Sausage, the sausage with the just right seasoning. And don't forget that your dealer has a tempting variety of Swift's premium table-ready meats. Delicious Swift's premium macaroni and cheese loaf is being featured this week. It's ready to eat, ready to enjoy. You'll find Swift's premium macaroni and cheese loaf especially handy for holiday buffet spreads or for snacks and luncheons anytime. You've been listening to another chapter of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, written by Carl Jampel and based on the copyrighted feature appearing in Archie Comics magazine. Archie was played by Bob Hastings, Jughead by Harlan Stone. Mom and Dad Andrews are played by Alice Yorman and Arthur Cole. Veronica and Betty by Gloria Mann and Rosemary Rice. This program is produced and directed by Kenneth McGregor. Listen next Saturday when Swift & Company, makers of Swift Premium Franks, brings you more of the merry adventures of Archie Andrews. This is Bob Cherry wishing you all a very pleasant weekend. So long. Swift & Company invites you to stay tuned for Meet the Meats, which will be heard immediately over most of these stations.
That was Archie from 1948, and of course Archie gave a very good reaction to Veronica's new dress. This episode also features a new dress, but not quite the same reaction. Here is the Aldrich family.
The Special Service Division presents a rebroadcast of
Henry Aldrich.
Coming, Mother.
For all you men and women in the armed forces of the United Nations, here's the Aldrich family.
Teenage boys like Henry Aldrich go on forever and ever. They go on getting into all sorts of complications and sometimes out of them. They go on creating memories for everyone to look back upon. The time is Saturday noon. The scene opens in the Aldrich dining room.
Have some more... What is this, Alice?
That's macaroni, Sam.
Macaroni? Oh, yes. Henry, will you have some?
No, thank you, Father.
Mother,
Yes, Mary?
will you ask Henry to please pass me the salt?
Dear, he's sitting right across from you. Why can't you ask him yourself?
Never mind.
Mother, do you want me to tell you why she won't ask me for it? She isn't speaking to me.
Mother, would you like to have me go out to the kitchen and get some more muffins?
If you please, Mary.
Yes, Mary, please.
Henry, I wasn't speaking to you.
You did then, though. Didn't she, Mother? Didn't she, Father?
Never mind, Henry. Alice, what's gotten into Mary, anyhow?
She's simply in a mood, Sam. She doesn't like that new dress I bought her.
No? Well, frankly, I can't blame her.
Now, Sam, that's a serviceable dress, and it's a nice dress, and I don't think we're going to gain anything by your saying you don't like it.
I didn't tell her I didn't like it. I told you.
Now, I know, dear, but you didn't tell her you did like it, did you?
No.
I told her I liked it, Mother. I told her just like you said I should.
Yes, Henry?
Gee whiz, I even said she looked like a new person in it. Now she won't speak to me.
Mother, do you want me to fix the dessert?
I'll fix it, Mary. Sam, when she comes in, you tell her how nice she looks in it.
Now, Alice, what's the difference?
Well, Sam, it did cost $20, and it can't be exchanged.
Oh, well...
Mother, did you say you'd fix it?
I'll take care of it, Mary. I'm going right out there.
Father, will you please ask Henry whether he would like one of these muffins I'm holding under his nose?
Gee whiz, Mary, you don't have to put them right down my neck.
Oh. Father, would you like one?
Mary, isn't that... Mary, turn around a minute.
What's the matter?
Very nice. Isn't that a new dress?
Father, did Mother tell you to say that?
What's that? What do you mean, did she tell me to?
Gee whiz, Mary, don't you believe anyone anymore?
Well, I certainly don't believe you, Henry Aldrich. Making up some awful story about a soldier.
Mary, I didn't say it was a soldier. I said it was a sergeant.
What about a sergeant?
Father, I just happened to tell her that I was down in DeHaven's drugstore this morning when she came in with that dress on. And when she went out, some sergeant said, "Gee whiz, who's that swell-dressed girl?"
Yeah?
Henry, you're just making it up.
Why would he do that, Mary? As a matter of fact, Henry, isn't that the same sergeant you were speaking to me about?
Which sergeant was that, Father?
The one that was admiring Mary.
Oh, sure.
Now, Father, don't you start.
Who, me? Mary, Henry told me the whole story just a minute ago while you were out in the kitchen. Henry, tell her the rest of what he said.
What's that?
You know, didn't he even want her phone number or something? Because he wanted to meet her?
Oh, yes, sure. Mary, didn't I mention that?
Henry, you never even thought of it until Father just mentioned it.
Why, Mary Aldrich.
All right. What was his name?
Why...
See that, Henry?
And now, wait a minute. You're just driving it out of my head.
What was it?
His name was Sergeant Birch.
That's right, Henry. Joe Birch.
What, Father?
Sergeant Joe Birch, wasn't it?
Yes, sure. For a minute, I didn't understand you.
I still don't believe a word of it.
Mary, look me straight in the eye.
No, I won't.
All right, then I'll tell you anyhow. He said dark brown was his favorite color.
Oh, now I know you're making it up.
Mary, aren't you going to finish your lunch?
Not at the table with you, I'm not.
Henry, you shouldn't have said that about his favorite color. You've got to know when to stop in a thing like this.
Father, how about my going to the phone and asking Homer to phone Mary and say he's Sergeant Birch?
Now, Henry, remember what I just told you. She'd recognize Homer's voice the minute she heard it.
Ready for your dessert, everybody? Sam, where's Mary?
She left the dining room, Alice.
What's that?
We liked her dress so much she won't eat with us.
Now, Henry.
Alice, we told her she looked wonderful, and she stalked right out of the room. The girl's completely unreasonable.
Well, my goodness. Mary! I'll put a stop to that. Mary!
Henry, I know how we can settle this whole thing.
How?
Come on with me out to the hall.
What are you going to do, Father?
I'm going to put in a phone call. I'm going to teach her to believe people when they tell her something.
Number, please.
Operator, I want Elm 232.
Elm 232. Father, I thought you said we shouldn't call Homer Brown.
Hello, Will Brown speaking.
Hello, Will. This is Sam.
Father, is that Homer's father?
Yes, Henry, keep quiet. Say, Will, when you talk, can you sound like a sergeant?
What's that?
I want you to telephone Mary in a few minutes and tell her you're Sergeant Joe Birch.
What's that?
You're Sergeant Joe Birch.
Who is this? I thought it was Sam Aldrich.
It is. And, Will, here's all I want you to do.
Father.
What, Henry?
Is Mary still talking to Mr. Brown on the telephone?
No, I think she's hung up.
Boy, did you hear her? Right up to the end, she kept calling him Sergeant Birch. And then just before she hung up, she said, "Goodbye, Joe." Oh, boy.
Yes?
Oh, hello, Henry. Well, how are you?
Why, I'm fine, Mary.
Hello, Father.
What's that? Oh, hello, Mary.
Henry, could you please step to one side so I can look in the mirror for a second?
Oh, sure, excuse me.
Thank you, Henry. That's enough. Mother!
Yes, Mary?
Mother, I don't think I'll have to change the neck on this new dress. The more I look at it, I don't know.
What's that, Mary?
And, Henry, I have an apology to make to you.
To I, Mary?
To you and Father both. Because, to be honest, Joe just called.
Joe?
Joe?
Don't you remember? Sergeant Joe Birch, the one who saw me down in DeHaven's drugstore, and, well...
Sam, is Mary in there?
Yes, Mother. Are you and Father going to be using the living room this evening?
Why, no. Why do you ask?
Well, Joe's coming over.
Who?
What?
Joe.
Sergeant Joe Birch?
Yes, Henry.
He's coming here?
Yes, Father.
But listen, Mary.
Mary, who is Joe Birch?
Why, he's just a friend who likes... He's awfully nice, Mother.
Mary, where did you meet him?
Well, Henry sort of introduced us.
Is he nice, Henry?
Why, nice, Mother?
He's awfully bashful. He didn't dare ask to see me, and when I asked him if he wouldn't like to come over tonight, he just stuttered.
Who did, Will?
Father Joe.
That's what I mean. How'd I happen to say Will?
Well, isn't that nice, Mary?
Hey, isn't that nice? Yeah, yes, that's fine.
Mother, I'm going out and turn on the iron and press this dress.
Sam?
Yes, Alice? What are you looking at me like that for?
What do you mean, dear? I was just going to ask you whether you think it's all right for Mary to have a boy come here she hardly knows.
Alice, I agree with you. Why don't you go to Mary and put your foot down?
And tell her she can't have him over?
Yes, that's the only sensible thing to do.
Yes, gee, Mother, that's what I say. When Mr. Brown walks in...
What's that?
Did I say Mr. Brown?
You said Mr. Brown, and a few minutes ago your father said Will. Sam, what's that look on your face?
What look, Alice?
Sam, what's going on around here?
Alice, I didn't know Mary was going to invite him over. Girls didn't do things like that when we were her age.
Sam Aldrich.
Gee whiz, Mother, it was just a joke.
A joke, dear?
Alice, what is there to worry about? All we have to do is tell Will to phone and tell Mary he can't come.
Sure. He has to go back to camp or something.
Well, I still...
Alice, that dress cost $20, didn't it? And she likes the dress now, doesn't she?
Yes.
Mother, do you mind if I get a few bottles of ginger ale to serve tonight?
Well, Mary,
and if you don't mind, Mother, I'd like to make some sandwiches for Joe.
Well, Mary, first of all...
First of all, what, Mother?
Are you sure you'd rather not go to the picture show with me this evening?
Yes, that's a good idea.
That's what I say. Gee whiz, Mary, it's a swell show tonight.
But I've got someone coming over. Don't you realize what that means?
Well, all right, dear. If you aren't here when he comes, your father will explain things.
Oh, no, Mother. I don't know when I've looked forward to anything so. I never dreamed anything like this could happen to me.
I didn't either.
Henry?
Don't you realize that nearly every boy that I really like is in the Army? And I haven't spent an evening with a... My goodness, just think he's a sergeant.
Oh, I know, dear, but how do you know you're going to like him?
My goodness, Mother, until he called, I didn't realize how lonesome I've really been.
Oh.
And now, right out of a clear sky, do you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll go down the hairdresser.
Well, Sam Aldrich.
Now, Alice, don't... How was I to know she felt this way?
Dear, I don't think I've ever been so upset with you in my life. Of all the childish, of all
Now,
the...
Alice, I told you once the only reason I did it was to help you out.
To help me out. To have my own daughter break her heart.
Couldn't we have old Mr. Kilmer come in from next door and play cards with her this evening? She's very fond of him.
That would be a fine thing to do.
Yes, Henry, where do you get these ideas?
Sam, do you realize what's going to happen to Mary this evening when she gets all dressed up and sits in the living room and waits and waits and waits?
I realize that, Alice.
I don't see how you can ever face her again.
Where are you going?
I have nothing more to say to you.
Well, Alice, there's just one thing I want to say. I don't like that brown dress any too well myself.
Henry, would you mind not walking so fast?
I've got to, Homer. Don't you realize Sergeant Birch is calling on my sister at 8 o'clock? And it's after 5 now?
I thought you said there wasn't any Sergeant Birch.
There isn't. That's why I'm out trying to find somebody who'll say he's Sergeant Birch.
And you haven't been able to find anyone?
No, I haven't even found a sergeant.
Oh. Have you looked down at the Empire bowling alleys?
Yes, Homer, and the place was just full of girls.
Well, gee whiz, why don't you give it up then?
Oh, no. Don't you realize how mad my father is at me?
Why?
I told you 3 times, Homer, because my mother's mad at him. And, boy, I'm going to find a sergeant and surprise them.
Yeah? How about
what?
How about the jukebox down at the Candy Kitchen?
I was in there, too, and all I could find was a couple of lieutenants eating banana splits.
Oh. Wouldn't Mary be interested in one of them?
Homer, we promised her a sergeant, and it's got to be a sergeant.
Named Birch.
Named Birch. And he's got to like dark brown.
Hello? Hello, is this Brown's residence? Elizabeth, this is Will. Will Brown, your husband. Say, Elizabeth, Sam Aldrich and I are downtown trying to dig something up, and I may be a little late for dinner. We're trying to find a Sergeant Birch. No, he's not missing. We're just... Elizabeth, how about your nephew Ed that enlisted? Isn't he a sergeant? Where can I lay my hands on him? Oh, Solomon Islands, eh? No, I know his name isn't Birch. Goodbye. Sam.
I'll be right there, Will. I was just talking to that soldier over there at the fountain, and he said he'd be glad to help us out, only he's got a date.
Yes? Couldn't he bring her along?
Well, I suggested it, but he said, what good would that do? And I guess he was right.
How about
what?
my calling Mary and telling her I've just received orders to leave for Italy?
Now, Will, I've made up my mind. Tonight at 8 o'clock, a Sergeant Birch is going to call on my daughter.
Yeah?
And nobody is going to be more surprised than my wife. Unless possibly it's Henry.
Sam, how about that fellow over there at the counter?
Oh, yes. Hello there, soldier.
Hello.
Yes, hello there.
Soldier, do you have, would you be interested, are you married?
What's that?
Mr. Aldrich here means, do you have a date for tonight?
Sorry, but I do.
Oh, you do?
Well, soldier, do you know of anybody who'd like a good time?
No. Oh, there's a kid in the back room there all alone.
Yes, back this way?
Yeah, I was talking with him a few minutes ago. He just got a letter from his girl.
Yes?
It's pretty blue, too. I think his girl turned him down.
Yes?
Anyhow, she's getting married, I know.
Yes?
To a sailor. Man, is he sunk. She didn't like the way he looked in his uniform.
Is that right?
He's sort of blue, eh?
Yeah.
Come on, Sam, that sounds like our meat.
Thank you, soldier.
That's okay. Hey, Jimmy, let's have another.
Well, do you see him? Which table is he sitting at?
There he is. He's over in the corner. He's reading a letter.
Oh, yes. But, Will, look, he's a private.
Now, Sam, you're not going to start splitting hairs over a thing like a few stripes, are you? If he can walk and can ring a doorbell and say, my name is Joe Birch, take him.
We'll be back with the Aldrich family in just a moment. Now, it's intermission time, and here's our intermission guest, the one and only Tommy Dorsey.
And now getting back to the troubles of Henry Aldrich. Without meaning to, Henry and his father have led Mary to believe that a young man by the name of Sergeant Birch is calling on her at 8 o'clock this evening. Since there is no such young man, Henry has gone out to try to find someone who will say he's Sergeant Birch. Mr. Aldrich, without telling Henry, has gone out to do the same thing. The scene opens in the Aldrich front hall.
Hey, Henry. What, Homer?
Where's Mary?
She's in the living room, sweeping and dusting it again.
Boy, didn't I hear the doorbell ring then?
No, it isn't time for him to come, Homer. It's only 10 minutes to 8.
Oh.
Henry, could you please step out of my way?
Oh, am I in your way, Mary?
I'd like to look in this hall mirror, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Get out of the way, Homer.
Oh, sure. Excuse me.
And may I ask what you two were snooping around out here by the front door for?
Nothing, Mary, nothing. Can't I stand with a guest in my own hall?
Homer Brown, if you're going to eat that apple, don't eat it there. You're to eat it in the kitchen.
Henry, do I have to?
Well...
Can I have your permission to finish it here and then take the core out to the kitchen?
Listen, Homer, listen.
What do you hear?
No, I thought I heard somebody coming up the front steps.
Well, what did you have to promise the fellow who said he'd come?
I didn't have to promise him anything. I just told him Mary was a darn good-looking girl, and she was awfully anxious. She was awfully anxious.
Oh, boy, there's the doorbell. There's the doorbell.
You're crazy. It's a telephone.
Henry, keep away from that phone.
Oh, do you want to answer it?
I do. You
yes,
two
Father.
want to get away.
Yes, Father. Homer, stand over there.
Hello?
Hello, Sam. This is Will.
Oh, hello. Henry, I want you and Homer to get out of here.
Yes, Father. We'll go.
Gee whiz.
Hello?
Sam, has he come?
Not yet, Will. It isn't quite time.
Well, I'm not surprised he hasn't turned up.
Why do you say that?
I bet you anything you want, Sam, that you'll never see that $5 you gave him.
No? Well, that's where I was smart, Will. I told him he'd get it when he got here.
Oh, you're going to have Mary give it to him.
What's that?
Father, could you step to one side, please?
What's the matter, Mary?
Nothing. I'd just like to look in this mirror once more. I want to make sure about something.
What's that, Sam?
Nothing, Will. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
Father, I have an awful confession to make to you.
Yes?
I went downtown this afternoon and bought a brown hat and some suede gloves to go with this dress.
What's that?
Mother said I could, but frankly, they cost an awful lot.
I know, but you're not going to need a hat and gloves just to sit in your own living room, are you?
No, but you can't tell what this may all lead to, Father.
That's true. That's very true. Well, that's fine.
Mary, did you know you left the broom in the living room?
Oh, my goodness, Mother, I'll go get it.
Well, Sam.
Alice, did you let her go and buy a hat and gloves to go with that dress?
Now, Sam, don't criticize. Seems to me you could have found something better to do this afternoon than just go running all around town with Will Brown.
But, Alice...
I'll answer the telephone.
No, Alice, you better let me answer it, just in case.
Sam, I'm sorry, but I would like to answer this.
Very well. If it's anyone for me, I'll be right in the living room.
Hello?
Hello, Alice. This is Harriet.
Oh, yes, Harriet. Hello.
Has he come yet? I mean the boy you found that said he'd be Sergeant Birch.
No, but it isn't quite time. I've got the chicken all ready, though, Harriet.
The what?
The fried chicken and the cake that I promised him if he'd come.
Oh, yes. I'm glad we found that soldier, Alice. He did seem like an awfully nice boy.
Didn't he, though? And, Harriet, can't you just picture Sam's and Henry's faces when he walks in?
That'll teach him a lesson.
Harriet, I've got to hang up. The doorbell's ringing.
Oh, really? Well, call me back and let me know how they get along, Alice.
Goodbye.
Mother, isn't that the front door?
I'll answer it.
Never mind, Alice. I'll answer it.
But, Father.
Stay where you are, Mary. I'll answer it.
Why can't I answer it? What do you all have to run to the door?
Mary, don't you think it would look better if...
My goodness, who's Joe coming to see? My family or me?
I know, Mary, but...
Now, Henry, let me take care of this. Mary, as long as you've never met him, wouldn't you like to have me introduce him?
Father, I have met him. I've talked to him on the telephone.
But, Mary...
Please, everybody, please, can't I let him in myself?
Of course you can, Mary, but wouldn't you like to have me go to the door with you?
All right, everybody, all right. You can all answer the door yourselves.
Now, wait, Mary, where are you going?
Upstairs and go to bed.
What for, Mary?
And if you'd all like to go sit in the living room with him, you're very welcome.
Mary, come back here. You can't do a thing like this. After all, I mean...
Now, Mary, don't be childish.
May I open the door then?
Yes, dear.
Yes, Mary.
And will you please all go away?
Henry, get out of here.
Are you coming too, Father?
Yes, of course I am. Come on, Alice.
Well, Sam, you don't have to push me.
Well,
Hi.
hello. I guess you're Sergeant Birch.
Well, first, are you Mary Aldrich?
Yes. Well, won't you come in?
Sure.
Well, let's go into the living room. You know, I would have known it was you just from your voice.
From my voice?
Yes. You sounded just the way you did on the phone this afternoon.
Who, I?
Yes, don't you remember?
Oh, yes. Was that this afternoon?
Oh, won't you sit down?
Thanks.
I hope you don't mind my still wearing the same dress.
What's that?
I guess you'll begin to think it's the only dress I've got.
Well, it's the only one I've ever seen you in.
Yes, it is, isn't it? My goodness, I wonder why nobody answers the doorbell.
Isn't your father here? Because, as a matter of fact, I want to see...
Henry! Would you excuse me for just a minute while I go find my little brother?
Sure, that's okay.
Henry!
Yes, Mary. I'm out in the kitchen.
Will you please come out here in the front hall?
What for? What's the matter?
Can't anybody in this house answer the front door? Or don't you want Sergeant Birch to think we're even civilized here?
Oh, is Sergeant Birch here?
Yes, Henry, of course he is.
Well, how do you like him?
Henry, will you please answer the door?
Sure, only you don't have to talk to me like that, Mary. There's a lot someday you're going to thank me for.
Well, then please answer it.
Sure, that's what I'm doing.
Hi.
Oh, gee whiz.
Am I late?
Aren't you in the living room?
Oh, is that where I go? I just walk in the living room and say, I'm Sergeant Joe Birch?
And now, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You mean your sister changed her mind?
No, only, frankly, could you step upstairs? I mean, could we go down? Could you go in the dining room there?
Oh, she's in the dining room.
No, not yet. Let's just wait in there.
Oh, you want to surprise her, huh?
Yes, in a way.
Henry?
Yes, Mother? Listen, could you go on through the dining room and out to the kitchen?
Out to the kitchen?
Yes.
Henry!
There's a fellow by the name of Homer out there. He'd be very glad to see you.
Well, what is this, anyhow?
Henry, why didn't you come when I called you?
Well, Mother, I was just... Is that the doorbell?
Yes, dear. Never mind bothering now. I'll take care of it.
That's fine, Mother, because I want to go out to the kitchen and take care of something.
Good evening.
Hello, Mrs. Aldrich. Here I am.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, don't you remember me? I'm supposed to be Sergeant Birch.
Oh, I know, but I thought you were in... Well, this is very nice of you. Won't you step into the dining room?
Oh, we're going to eat right away?
Why, the chicken is all ready. Come right along.
Certainly anxious to meet your daughter.
Yes, and I'm sure she's anxious to meet you.
Mrs. Aldrich.
Yes, Homer?
Henry wants me to ask. Oh, gee whiz.
Hello, Homer. This is...
Sergeant Birch.
It is? I mean, you are? Oh, boy.
Homer, could I speak to you out in the hall a minute, please?
With me? Oh, there's something I think I ought to tell you, Mrs. Aldrich.
Sergeant, you just sit there. We'll be right back.
Sure, okay.
Homer, just step out here, please.
Mrs. Aldrich, Henry, out in the kitchen.
Dear, go in the living room and tell Mary when she's ready to serve the sandwiches and ginger ale, she needn't bother to come out and get them.
Okay.
We'll see that everything's brought in. Is that clear?
I understand, Mrs. Aldrich. That's a very good idea.
Thank you, Homer. Now then, Sergeant.
Mary.
Yes, Homer?
Mary.
Homer, I want you to meet Sergeant Birch. Sergeant Birch, this is Homer Brown.
Oh, boy.
Hello.
Hello. Mary, when you're ready for the refreshments, you're to stay. Don't bother to leave this room, see?
What's that? But, Homer, I'm going to get them right now.
Oh, wait a minute, Mary.
Homer, I've got to get some napkins in the dining room, and the sandwiches are out in the kitchen.
Oh, boy. Hey, Mrs. Aldrich, I'm going home.
To tell you again, that was the best fried chicken I ever ate.
It was good cake, too, Mrs. Aldrich.
Well, thank you very much.
Come on, gang. You mean you boys have to go now?
I'm afraid so, Mr. Aldrich. We certainly had a wonderful time.
Well, not any more than we did, I'm sure.
Good night.
Good night.
Sergeant Joe Birch. Fall in. Fall in. Fall in. Right. Hey. Right. Hey. Right. Hey. Pose.
Wait just a second. I'll open the front door for you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, then I think I'll start carrying some of the things out to the kitchen.
Those are nice boys.
Yes, all of them.
Here you are, everybody. Anybody want some ginger ale?
Henry, they've all gone.
They've gone?
Yes, Henry. And you know that was almost the nicest evening I think I ever had.
Gee whiz, you mean I have to drink all this ginger ale myself?
Mary, will you answer the door?
My goodness, is that someone at the door?
Hello, Mary.
Oh, hello.
I just came back to ask you something.
Yes?
Do you mind if I drop in tomorrow night when there aren't any other guys around?
Why, no.
As a matter of fact, I got $5 here I didn't really expect to have, and I wondered whether you'd like to go to the movies with me.
Why, yes, I'd love to.
And I've got something else I think I ought to tell you.
What?
I'm not really a sergeant. I'm a private.
I knew you were.
Huh? You did? Well, I got something else to tell you.
What is it?
My real name isn't Joe Birch.
I know it isn't.
How'd you know?
I found this letter you must have dropped, and, naturally I knew. Here.
Oh, thanks. You didn't read it, did you?
Oh, no. But there's something I would like to tell you.
What?
I think you look very nice in your uniform.
Yeah?
And tomorrow night when we go out, I'm going to wear the same brown dress.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, it's a nice dress. Only, do you have anything in light blue?
Oh, light blue?
Yes. Light blue is my favorite color. Good night.
Good night. Mother! Father!
What, Mary?
Do you suppose we could afford... Well, first of all, I want to tell you something.
The Aldrich Family was rebroadcast for all you soldiers, sailors, and Marines by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America.
was an episode of the Aldrich family. And now, once again, the Archies.
Hey, la-di-do down, down. You're my baby, you're my one and only. La-di-do down, down. Before I met you, girl, my heart was lonely.
In this episode, they mention a coming out party, which is when a young lady was old enough to start dating and enter society. She was coming out into the world. Here's Archie from July 27th, 1946.
Hello? Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie. Relax.
Yes, and you relax too, folks, if you can, because here he is again, right out of the pages of Archie Comics magazine with all his gang, Archie Andrews! Well, it's Friday evening as we look in on the Andrews home in Riverdale. We find Archie has just come home with Jughead and is a little unhappy about something.
I tell you, Jug, I gotta figure out a way to get that bottle of bubble bath soap.
You don't look 30 to me.
It's not for me, it's for Veronica. She's having a coming out party tonight, and I gotta buy her a present.
What's she coming out of?
Jug, I don't know how you can be that stupid and live.
It's easy.
Jug, Veronica is making her debut in Riverdale society tonight, and I want to buy that bubble bath soap we saw in the drugstore as a gift. Now, is that plain enough?
Go ahead and buy it. I'm not stopping you.
But I don't have the money, Jug. Reggie Mantle will probably bring some fancy gift. And how will I look?
How?
Embarrassed. I might just as well stay home.
Archie. Hello, Jughead.
Hello, Mr. Andrews.
Hi, Dad. Oh, Dad, I was wondering...
What a day. Certainly good to be home.
Dad, would you be kind
Archie,
enough to let me...
do you know where my slippers are?
In the hall closet, I think. Dad, I was wondering...
It's going to be good to sit down, have a little peace and quiet.
Dad, I wonder if you'd let me...
What is it?
Dad, could you let me have some money?
No. Now, where's your mother?
But, Dad, I just gotta have $2.98.
Archie, I said no. Where is your mother?
But, Dad, I just gotta have it because
Archie,
I want to buy...
for pity's sake, I said... All right, here is $3.
Gee whiz, Dad, thanks a lot.
Don't mention it. Keep the change.
Oh, boy, Jug, I got it. Well, let me at that phone. Operator, Riverdale 411, please. Yes. Oh, boy, Jug, won't Veronica be happy when she sees that bubble bath? She likes all that fancy stuff. Hello, Mr. Pringle? This is Archie Andrews. You know that bottle of liquid bubble bath soap you have on display? Yes, the pink stuff in the fancy bottles with the sign, float on air with the scintillating essence of rare odors and be carried to dreamy wonderland in your bath, reduced to $2.98. Yes. Well, send a bottle of that right over, would you? Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Archie, wouldn't it have been cheaper to buy Veronica a piece of soap?
Don't be silly, Jug. She'll love this. I guess I'll show that Reggie Mantle that he's not the only one who can buy fancy gifts.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, Jug. Do you think Reggie will buy her something fancier than that?
Probably.
Oh, fine.
Hello, Archie. Hello, Jughead.
Hello, Mrs. Andrews.
Hi, Mom.
Well, what are you doing, dear?
Nothing.
Archie, what are you so glum about?
Me? I'm not glum.
Archie, do you feel all right?
No, Mom, let's not go through that.
Archie, stick out your tongue.
But, Mom, I feel...
Archie, stick out your tongue.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have to stick it that far out. Uh-huh. Archie, just as I thought. You're run down.
But, Mom, I feel fine.
All the same, you go right upstairs and bring down the tonic.
The tonic? Oh, gosh, Mom, not that.
That tonic is the best thing in the world for you.
Yes, I know, but
what?
It smells.
Archie.
Well, it does, Mom, just like rotten eggs.
Archie, Mr. Pringle made that tonic from a special prescription, and it always does a world of good for you.
But, Mom,
Jughead, doesn't your mother make you take tonic when you're run down?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, doesn't it do you a world of good?
No, ma'am.
It doesn't? Why not?
I give it to my little sister when Mom's not looking.
Jughead, you don't.
Don't I?
All right, Jughead, maybe you do. But, Archie, you still march right upstairs and bring that tonic down.
Oh, gee whiz, what chances a fella got? Jug, you wait there. Okay.
And, Jughead, would you take your feet off the couch, please?
I'm sorry.
Oh, now who can that be? Hello? Oh, Mrs. Lodge. How are you? Oh, fine, thanks. Have I forgotten what? The party? What part? Oh, the party. Why, no, Mrs. Lodge. Of course I haven't forgotten the party. Why, I couldn't forget your party tonight. Of course not. Why, just today I remarked to Fred how I was looking forward to your party. Yes, we'll be there. Goodbye. Oh, dear, I'd forgotten all about that party.
Oh, Mom, I can't find that tonic anywhere.
But, Archie, I know there's practically a full bottle in the medicine cabinet. Did you look there?
Oh, yes, Mom.
Well, did you look in the storage closet?
Gee whiz, Mom, don't you think I know how to look for something?
Not for tonic, you don't. Are you sure it's upstairs?
Positive that it's not there, Mom, and besides, I feel much better now. Mom, let's forget the whole thing.
Oh, no, you don't. I'll order some more right now. Operator, give me Riverdale 411, please.
But, Mom, why go to all that trouble just for a little
Archie,
time?
you need that tonic.
Yeah, like a headache.
Hello? Mr. Pringle, this is Mrs. Andrews. Uh-huh. You know that tonic you made up last spring for Archie? Uh-huh. Well, would you make up another bottle and send it over right away? All right, Mr. Pringle. Thanks a lot. Bye. Now, Archie, Oh, dear, now what?
Pringle's Drugstore.
Already?
Got a package here for Betty Cooper.
Oh, well, they live next door.
I know, but they're not home, and I left a note saying all packages should be left here.
Oh, all right. Just put it right there on the hall table where I won't forget it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now, Archie, you better start dressing, dear.
Dressing?
Yes, dear, for the party.
But can't I go the way I am?
Archie, you can't go to a party in a polo shirt and saddle shoes.
You left out my pants, Mom. I'm wearing pants, you know.
Yes, I know, dear. But you better go put on your tropical worsted.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait there, Jug. I'll be right down.
And wash first.
Okay, I will.
All right. Now, what's all the shouting about? Can't we ever have any quiet around here?
Fred, when did you get home, dear?
Oh, about 5 minutes ago, Mary, and I'm
Well, for
certainly
pity's
as
sake,
tired
go
as
and
I-
get dressed.
Dressed? What for?
The Lodges are having their party tonight.
Oh, good grief. I'm in no mood for parties tonight, Mary. I want to just sit here and read my paper.
Fred, Mrs. Lodge called specially to remind us about it.
But Oh, all right. I suppose we have to go.
We certainly do. Jughead, be careful of that lamp. I'll be upstairs if you want me, Fred.
All right, Mary. You'll be upstairs. Parties. Why don't people leave people alone? Nobody enjoys giving a party. Nobody enjoys going to a party. I don't know why. What are you grinning at?
I'm not invited to the party.
Well, you're lucky. See, do I need a shave? I suppose so. No, I'm all out of hairdressing. You better order some. Operator, 411, please. Hello, Pringle. Fred Andrews. What? Tired. How are you? Good. Listen, Pringle, send me a bottle of that hairdressing, will you? And don't send me that greasy stuff you sent last time. All right away. Mm-hmm. Bye.
Fred, aren't you dressed yet?
Dressed? Why, Mary, it's only 5 seconds.
Well, stop wasting time and get started.
All right, Mary. I don't know what this world is coming to when a man can't even go home anymore.
Oh, that must be the tonic for Archie.
Package from Pringle's Drugstore.
Yes, I've been waiting for it. Tell Mr. Pringle to put it on the bill, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Jughead, I wish you wouldn't sit on the arm of that chair.
I'm sorry.
Archie!
Yes, Mom?
Come on down here.
Gee whiz, Mom, how can I get dressed if you keep calling me?
Archie, your tonic just arrived. I want you to take it, dear.
The tonic? Now?
Yes, now. Jughead, would you get a spoon out of the kitchen, please?
Yes, Mrs. Van. But, Mom, this is no time to take tonic.
And why not?
Well, because, there's a time and place for everything, and, this just isn't the time and place.
It certainly is.
But, Mom, you have no idea how much better I feel.
I thought you didn't feel sick in the first place.
I didn't, but I'm much better now.
Here's the spoon, Mrs. Andrews.
Benedict Arnold.
Me? What did I do?
Traitor.
Now, Archie, that's quite enough. Now, just this one spoonful won't kill you.
You never can tell. Those are awful big spoons.
Archie, for pity's sake, I don't have time to argue now. Please take this tonic.
Gee whiz, okay. Gee whiz. Gee whiz, Ma. Gee whiz. But Gee whiz. If I only... Gee whiz.
Yes, Archie, gee whiz. Now take it.
In cold blood? Just take it? Just like that?
Well, close your eyes if it'll help.
It'll help more if you close your mouth, too.
Jughead.
I'm sorry.
Gee whiz.
Archie, don't say that again.
Well, gee... Gosh.
Archie, I'm getting impatient.
Well, I'm gonna. Let me take it myself.
Very well. Here.
Okay, Mom. I might as well get it over and done with. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. Ooh. Oh. Phew. Gee, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
Well, I told you so.
Mary, do you like this bow tie with this suit?
Oh, yes, dear. Now come upstairs, Archie, and put a clean shirt on.
Yes, dear. Fine thing when a man can't even ask his own wife if she likes his tie without her giving him an... Well, what are you grinning at?
I was just thinking of my father's ties.
What about your father's ties? Does he tie them differently than I do?
Yes. He just snaps his on.
Oh, fine. Now, what in the world is keeping that delivery boy? Why, that druggist is the slowest... Oh, what's this on the hall table? Label says Pringle's Drugstore. When did that get here?
Oh, that will...
Why doesn't anybody tell me these things? Here I've been waiting for my hairdressing, and it's been here all the while.
But, Mr. Andrews... Gee whiz.
Say, Jughead, do you like this tie with this suit?
No.
Me too. But I can't decide whether I don't like the suit with the tie or the tie with the suit. Now, who can that be at a time like this?
Pringle's Drugstore.
Oh, boy, my bubble bath.
What?
No, not for me. For a friend of mine. I'll take it. Here you are.
Thank you.
Gee whiz, I almost forgot about this.
Well, open it and let's see it.
Okay, don't rush me. Gee whiz, now who can that be?
Hello, Archie. How are you all?
Veronica. Gosh, hiya, Veronica. Come on in, Veronica. Jug, it's Veronica.
Yes, I could tell. Hi, Veronica.
Hello, Jug. Archie, I just dropped by to remind you about my party tonight. I'm very anxious for you to be there, Archie. In fact, I might say I'm looking forward to dancing with you. You will be there, won't you, Archie? Archie?
Uh-huh. Oh, sure, Veronica. I'll be there. I haven't forgotten at all. In fact, I bought you a little remembrance for the occasion.
Oh, did you, Archie? Is that it, that package?
Well, yes, but I was going to give it to you later.
Oh, what is it, Archie? Tell me, Archie, please.
Well, I wanted it to be a surprise, Veronica, but since you put it that way, I suppose you might as well know now.
Oh, yes, I can't stand the suspense.
Well, it's, well, that is, well, it's bubble bath. Jug, be quiet. Here, Veronica.
Oh, Archie, for me? How sweet. Thank you.
Gee whiz.
I'll go home and use it right now. Thanks ever so much, Archie. Bye, Jug.
So long.
Gee, she kissed me.
Yeah, and snap out of it.
She was what a girl.
Oh, brother.
And did you hear what she said, Jug? Did you hear?
What?
She's gonna take a bath.
Archie, people do that all the time.
Well, yeah, Jug, but not with my bubble bath. Gee, I can hardly wait to see how Veronica smells tonight.
Oh, fine.
Gee whiz, what a girl. What a girl. She's so glamorous. She makes my head buzz.
Archie, that's the front door.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'll get it.
Hello, Archie.
Oh, hi, Betty.
Archie, I wondered... Oh, hi, Jug.
Hi, Betty.
Archie, was a package left here for me?
Gee, what a girl.
What did you say, Archie?
Oh, nothing, Betty. Not a thing.
Oh, I thought you said... Oh, well, doesn't matter. Say, Archie, was a package left here for... Archie, is that lipstick on your face?
Well, lipstick?
Yes.
On my face?
Yes, on your face.
Right now?
Yes, Archie, right now.
Are you sure?
Archie Andrews, I thought I saw Veronica leave here. It was Veronica, wasn't it?
Veronica? Veronica Lodge?
Archie, I'm not going through all that again. Oh, I might have known you'd let that old Veronica kiss you. Well, I don't care who kisses you, Mr. Andrews.
Oh, but Betty, gee whiz, I mean, wait, I mean, what was in that package you were expecting?
Oh, glue, if it makes any difference. Goodbye.
Gee whiz, Jug. Now what did I do, huh?
I don't know.
Did Veronica really leave lipstick on my face?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Yes, Fred, your hair looks fine. Now get your hat or we'll be late. Archie, you ready to leave?
Yes, Mom.
Archie, what's the matter with you?
Me, Mom? Not a thing.
Archie, maybe you should have some more of that tonic.
Now, Mom, let's not go through that again. Gee whiz, you don't want to be late for the party, do you?
Now, Archie, remember your manners.
Yes, Mom.
And please don't spend all evening with Veronica.
Yes, ma'am.
And say the food is good.
Gee whiz, Mom, I'm not a kid.
I know it, but when we had dinner at the Hendersons, you didn't have to say the chicken died of old age.
Well, I thought
Your mother is right, son.
And, Fred, you mind your manners, too.
Yes, I certainly will do. Manners? What's wrong with my manners? I mean, after all, dear.
Yes,
talking
Fred,
to
I
the
know.
boy.
Now ring the bell, dear.
I know, but, Mary, you think I was a child. It's very bad in front of you.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Andrews and Master Andrews. Good evening.
Hello, Edwards. Archie?
Hi, Eddie. What's cooking?
Archie.
Huh?
May I take your hat, Mr. Andrews?
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Andrews and Archie. How are you,
Veronica? My, you're looking lovely tonight, dear.
May I take your hat, Mr. Andrews?
Hello, Veronica.
Hello, Archie. My, what a lovely tie.
Do you like it?
May I take your hat, sir?
Oh, yes, lovely. Archie, do you have a cold?
No, Veronica. It's just that I smell rotten eggs.
Why?
Archie, for pity's sake.
Well, I do, Mom. It smells just like that. Gee whiz, Veronica, you don't smell like I thought you would.
Archie, really? I mean, after all... Well, I'd better go see how my other guests are doing.
Oh, but, Veronica, wait. You don't understand. Veronica, I can explain.
Archie, for pity's sake.
But, Veronica, you just don't understand.
I understand perfectly.
May I please take your hat, sir?
Fred, sakes alive, give Edwards your hat.
Mary, don't you think I would if I could?
Honest, Veronica, what I meant is... Excuse me.
My goodness.
Fred, why are you tugging at your hat?
Because it is stuck to the top of my head. That's why.
Oh, but Fred... Archie, for pity's sake, stop hiccuping. Fred, how could your hat possibly be stuck to... Fred, where are you going?
Home, that's where. I can't go to a party with my hat glued to my head.
You see, Veronica, what I...
Archie, please. Fred, you can't leave.
Mary, I certainly can. And besides, if you ask me, Veronica does smell of rotten egg.
Fred! Wait, I'll go with you.
Oh, Mrs. Andrews, maybe you'd better stay and see what's wrong with Archie.
Archie? Gee whiz, there's nothing wrong with me. Veronica, it's only the hiccups, you know. People get hiccups practically every day.
Yes, I know. But this is the first time I ever saw anyone hiccup and blow bubbles at the same time.
Now, Archie, I'll have the doctor in just a minute, dear. You just sit there and try not to hiccup.
I am, Mom, but what do you think Veronica thought of me?
Never mind that. Hello, Dr. Higgins? This is Mrs. Andrews. Yes, Doctor, the strangest thing, Archie's hiccuping. I know, but he's blowing bubbles at the same time. No, I feel fine, Doctor. Yeah, but Archie's hiccuping soap bubbles. Yes, really. What? You will? All right, fine. Goodbye.
What did he say, Mom?
The doctor's calling Mr. Pringle to make up a special prescription for you, and you're to go right down there and get it, dear.
Okay, Mom, I better hurry. This is killing me.
I never in all my born
Mary,
days.
is that you?
Oh, yes, dear, we just got home. For pity's sake, are you still wearing that hat?
Mary, not by choice, I assure you. I've been looking in the mirror trying to cut it off with a scissors. But I keep snipping my ear.
Fred, I know exactly what the trouble is.
Yes?
That hat is glued to your head.
Mary, that's a brilliant deduction. Brilliant!
Gee whiz, Archie, what are you doing downtown? I thought you were at the party.
Boy, am I glad I ran into you, Juck.
Gee whiz, Archie, you're blowing bubbles.
I know it, Chug, I know it. Mr. Pringle is making something to stop this right away.
Stop it? Gee whiz, I know a lot of people who wish they could do that.
Chug, don't argue it.
I bet a circus would pay you a lot of money.
Chug, for gosh sake, go on into the drugstore and get that medicine.
Why me?
Because I can't go in there blowing bubbles.
Well, okay.
I'll wait here, and for gosh sake, hurry!
Hi, Tommy. Is Mr. Pringle in?
Hi, Jug. Yeah, Mr. Pringle's in the back room making up a special prescription for those Andrews.
Gee, that's what I came in for.
Oh, swell. You'll save me a trip out there. They've been calling all night.
Yeah.
Should be ready in a minute. I'll go look.
Okay. Hey, you mind if I look through this movie magazine?
No, go right ahead.
Thanks.
Here you are, Jug. All set.
Thanks. Gee, Tommy, you know that Betty Grable has some swimming pool.
Yeah. But you better hurry with this prescription. Mr. Pringle says they need it right away, and it's just the thing.
Okay.
Should I put it on the Andrews bill?
Yeah, and put this movie magazine on their bill, too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Gee whiz, Archie, what's all the crowd?
Never mind. Did you get the stuff?
Yeah. He said it's just what you need.
Okay, then let's get out of here.
But I want to see what the crowd is looking at.
Jughead, the crowd is watching me.
Gee whiz, haven't they ever seen anyone blow bubbles before?
Yes, Jug, but not without a bubble pipe. Now, come on.
Oh, Mary, that water is hot. Ooh.
I know it's hot, dear, but it's the only way to get that hat off.
All right, but you don't have to boil it off. Oh, Mary, for gosh sake.
Well, I think the glue's all dissolved now, dear.
So's my head.
Well, try to pull the hat again.
All right.
Oh, you did it, Fred. It's off.
Ah, yes. Finally. Mary, did it take all my hair with it?
Well, let's see. Oh, no, dear. But your hair's a little messy.
Well, I'm not worried about that. At least I don't have to wear that hat the rest of my life.
Well, I still don't understand how it happened.
Yes, Mary, there are a lot of things that happened around here tonight that I'll never understand.
You see, Jug, it worked already. I'm all better.
Gee, I guess so.
Archie, is that you?
Oh, yes, Dad. Gee, What happened to your hair?
Well, my hat got stuck. Never mind that now. Just what happened to you at the party?
Gee, I don't know, Dad. I started hiccuping, and every time I hicced, I blew bubbles.
Bubbles?
Bubbles? Oh, good grief. Now, look. There are just a few things around here that need explaining. The glue in my hair, the bubbles, Veronica smelling like rotten eggs, and, well, there's only one way we'll ever get to the bottom of this. Now, everyone say exactly what they ordered from Pringle's Drugstore. Archie?
Well, I ordered some bubble bath for Veronica.
And I ordered the health tonic for Archie.
And I ordered the hairdressing for myself. Well, now we're getting somewhere.
We are?
Of course, it's as plain as can be. When your tonic came, I thought that it... No, that's not right. Let's see.
Oh, when my hairdressing came, Mary, you thought, naturally, that it was, that doesn't seem to be right either, huh? When the glue came, the glue. Say, who ordered that glue?
Glue? Oh, gee, Betty did, and had it delivered here.
Oh, and I forgot to tell her it was here.
Aha, now we're getting someplace. Now, just who handed me that glue?
You took it yourself, Mr. Andrews.
Jug, keep out of this. Come on now, confess. Who had... myself. You mean I'd... the bottle on the hall table. Was that glue?
Yes, dear. Evidently you have no one to blame but yourself.
Well, yes, but who gave me the bubble bath?
I did. But you didn't tell me you'd ordered it. I thought it was the tonic, dear.
And how did Veronica get the tonic?
Well, she got here before I had a chance to open the package, and I gave it to her thinking it was bubble bath.
Well, then it's your own fault.
Well, then, evidently nobody is to blame.
Of course not.
Gee whiz.
Well, at any rate, we have that little mystery straightened out.
I still don't know how it ever happened.
That is beside the point, Mary. The main thing is to see that it does not happen again. Now, I hope we've all learned our lesson. I hope we've learned that everyone should let everyone else know what everyone else has ordered whenever everyone has, well, you get the point.
Yes, Dad.
Oh, I'll get it.
Just a minute. I'll get it. We've had enough trouble for one night.
Pringle's Drugstore. Here's that medicine.
Medicine, but I didn't order
Good,
any
we've been waiting for that medicine.
Medicine? Medicine? Then what was it I just took?
And what happened to my order?
Your order? Fred, what did you order?
Well, I called Pringle to send me some shampoo to get this glue out of my hair, and he said...
Shampoo? Shampoo!
Archie. Now, Mary, for gosh sakes, that boy is blowing bubbles again.
Listening to another chapter of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, written by Carl Jampel and based on the copyrighted feature appearing in Archie Comics magazine. Archie is played by Bob Hastings, Jughead by Harlan Stone. Others in the cast include Alice Uhrman, Ian Martin, Gloria Mann, and Rosemary Rice. Felix McGuire at the organ. Production was under the direction of Charles Urquhart. And now back to the Andrews.
More toast, Archie?
Yes, please, Mom. Gee, that was quite a mix-up last night, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, dear. And you know, after I got into bed, one thing kept puzzling me.
What was that, Mom?
Whatever became of that first bottle of tonic? I'm sure we had some in the house.
Oh, that.
Well. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Oh, what are you so gay about this morning, Fred?
Oh, I don't know. I always feel good after I wash and shave. That aftershave lotion does it, I think. Perks a man up.
Yes, dear. Well, sit down and have you... Fred.
Yes, dear?
You smell like rotten eggs.
Rotten eggs? Oh, now don't be silly, dear. How could I possibly smell of... I do, don't I?
Archie, come back here.
Listen next week for
for more of the merry adventures of Archie Andrews. Friends, if you'd like to see our show, just write to Archie Andrews, NBC, Radio City 20, New York City. That's Archie Andrews, NBC, Radio City 20, New York City. Or if you live nearby and are in the neighborhood some Saturday morning, you may obtain tickets right at the studio. Just ask to see Archie Andrews. And now this is Bob Sherry wishing you a very pleasant weekend. So long!
Another great episode with your favorite teenagers. If you'd like to hear more from Gee Whiz, check out thisdaybenny.com/Gee Whiz.